Keith Kaiser is learning how to make distilled spirits this morning. We find him at Moonshine University. Keith, I didn't know we were supposed to make moonshine.
Well, moonshine, is the stuff that people would make, and of course, they're not paying their taxes in the federal government, all that, and they haven't gone through all the licensing and all that. But technically, here at the Distilled Spirits Epicenter, Moonshine University is a legal process.
That is true. We are licensed by the government.
So you're learning about the process. You're learning about how people can actually do this on their own. They want to start up from the bottom and build their own
exactly
organization.
So there are a lot of small distilleries opening up around the country, so this is a great place for them to come and lean on the resources that are naturally here within 50 miles of Louisville in the distilling industry.
And we are learning about the process this morning, and it starts down there and makes our way into here. We're now fermenting the stuff.
Exactly.
Right here, fermenting the stuff. That's a technical term. I'll learn that more in Moonshine University. What's going on in here, Kevin?
So we've cooked our grains with water, and so the barley, malted barley, has converted the starches to sugars. So we add it in here and then add yeast to it. And then the yeast eats those sugars and converts them into alcohol and CO2. So the bubbles you see is the carbon dioxide.
And so when it's starting to agitate a little bit, does this help it at all, stirring it, or you want to kind of leave it alone?
You can let it set. It doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. We stir it to sometimes help control the temperature of the fermentation, and the temperature needs to be at what temperature for how long? We try to keep it about 82 degrees. We set this fermenter yesterday at about 1 o'clock. And it'll sit here till Friday morning when we'll distill it.
All right, so you want to take the temperature there and make sure we're...
Yeah, sure.
And this will be a periodic process to make sure that the temperature is at the right place.
So we're at 82.
82, so I want to maintain that. Well, I wanted to sample some of this before. Is it okay?
Yeah,
is it gonna hurt?
It won't hurt.
But there's no alcohol in this.
There is some alcohol.
There is a little bit.
Yesterday when we set it, it was really, really sweet tasting because it had a lot of sugar in it. Since then, that yeast has been converting the sugar into alcohol, so it's not as sweet as it was. It'll have a little bit of an alcohol taste. It won't burn your throat like a shot of whiskey, but
so
it'll be more like a beer, like a sweet beer.
Let me try a little bit. Wow, that's wild. That is wild.
Yeah, it's breakfast of champions.
Yeah. Huh, like a corn flavored beer. Kind of interesting. But you can learn more about the Moonshine University. There's a Spirit of Prohibition happening on December 5th for enthusiasts that want to learn about the process a little bit and what was going on during the Prohibition period. And you go to WDRB.com, click on the button. You can learn more that way. Candace Sterling, can I bottle you up some halfway fermented corn rye
I'm going to pass on that. I'll pass, but thanks.
Thanks for the offer. I do appreciate it.
It is interesting to learn the process.
Yeah, it is.